Hello, welcome back to another smoke sesh. Yeah, I don't know how to start these sometimes, so I'm just gonna spark up with me, and let's chill. And today we're gonna be talking about soulmates. Soulmates. So, the idea of soulmates has been on my mind probably forever, but mostly since December. And I'm trying to work something out in my head. Because before December, there was only one person that I felt spiritually connected to. There was only one person that I thought was my soulmate, or that I felt was my soulmate. And people, I always see videos, and they always say that we have more than one soulmate. So I've always believed that, but I guess I didn't fully believe it, because when I actually met somebody, or was introduced to somebody who I also feel spiritually connected to, that really surprised me and kind of was a shock to my nervous system. Because for so long, I've been thinking it was just this one person, and I was waiting for this one person to learn the lessons that they need to, so that we can, finally come into union and walk our paths together. But then I just I found somebody that, how do I explain this? They match me on every level. And sorry, it's kind of hard to get this out for some reason. It's there's a resistance. That's what I'm trying to say. There's resistance with this person, because this person actually is legit. They're nothing like I've ever seen before. They are good to their core. And I guess they are, for me, what I am for that past person that I thought was my soulmate. I am his guiding light. I am his source of wisdom. I teach him. But that's not the way the dynamic should be. Like to be in a divine union, the masculine needs to be the guiding light, you know, like the masculine needs to be the one to lead. And I'm not like I'm a feminist, y'all. Like I'm not saying these things because of like misogynistic purposes. No, it's just like women, because of the way we are built and, you know, and history, like we cannot protect ourselves as much as we try to. Like, it's just, we are vulnerable and we are emotional, and so we could get confused sometimes, just like how sure I was that that past person was my soulmate. No, like I just really, really, really cared about him, and I wanted him to be. But I see now why God was keeping him from me. Or I don't really want to say keeping him from me, but more so like keeping us separate. Because hold on, I lost my train of thought. Because God had better. What the universe had planned was 10 times better. Again, this new person, it's like they match me perfectly, and it just made me, it shocked my system, because it made me completely see that past person totally different. I'm trying to think of where I want to go with this. I had some things planned, but I'm trying to think of how to lead there. So, the point that I'm trying to make is that the past person, let's call him Taylor. Taylor, he doesn't know how to take care of me. He can't take care of me. Not right now. Not in the state of consciousness that he's in. And what the universe has been doing is preparing somebody else who has the capacity to take care of me. Of somebody like me, because I am somebody special. And don't get me wrong, every person is special, right? So the universe has a special person for you. And the universe is so careful, so precise. The universe knows what's best. And this new person, he's spiritual, he's wise, he's smart, he's kind, he's strong, he's a lot of things that Taylor wasn't. It's kind of crazy. Like, I really I could have, like, ruined my life if God had let me and Taylor be together. You know, I saw my mom unhappy in a marriage for 20 years. Sorry, no. I saw it for 17, but she was in it for 20 years. And I almost put myself in the same place. And my mom begged my dad to love her. And so, like, since December, right, since, like, finding this new person, and honestly, it hasn't gone anywhere. But it's just the fact that they exist. It just made me realize, like, I was in the same trap that my mom put herself in, that my grandma put herself in. And we all have daddy issues. And so we're trying to feel this hole, right? We're projecting this need onto these men. This need for love, warmth. I like warmth. This need for warmth. And they're just like, they're not the type of people, or they're not ready to be able to provide that, you know? But it's like we're trying to prove something to ourselves by making them choose us, you know? I think your soulmate will show you your true self. All parts of it. And so, like, even if nothing happens with that person, right? Which we call him. I'm gonna call him Charming. But yeah, even if, like, things don't progress, I think I would still consider him a soulmate. Because I've, like, transformed so much since, like, finding them. Like, he's triggered so much growth in me. And again, and it's not necessarily, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, he's just a catalyst, you know? Like, he'll say certain things that just, like, confirm other things that I've already known. And I think I finally have found somebody that is like me. And it was like, I felt like I had been waiting my whole life to find this person. Because, like, I don't know, again, he's a catalyst, right? You know, I would say that Taylor, my past person, is a catalyst also, but he showed me my shadow. And Charming, he shows me my light, literally. I'm hearing it's just joy on the other end. On the other side of the train tracks. But yeah, really I think they were both my soulmates. But I don't think I had a lot of good ones with Taylor. It's funny, I got a lot of warnings. I got a lot of warnings about it. But again, like, he was a catalyst to get to know my shadow. And so yeah, there was like a lot of hard things I had to deal with in that connection. But now that I've broken away from that, after meeting this person, I am getting to know a different side of myself. And it's one that is really fucking powerful. So lately I've been watching Avatar, The Last Airbender, the show, and there was this episode, right, where, well, okay, so this season, actually, season 2, we're getting to know Zuko, right, Prince Zuko, and he's like figuring himself out. He's kind of having a redemption arc. But then it ends with like all that work that he did on himself, you know, turning towards good and gaining control over his own life. He like gave all of that up just to have his father's approval, and he went back to the Fire Nation. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But so like Prince Zuko, he reminds me so much of my ex. Because he always chooses his lifestyle, you know, his ego over growth and over true love. And so this last episode that I watched, Zuko and Katara, they're like, they have this moment, right? And she was gonna like heal him, but they didn't get the chance to. And later on, Aang ends up getting hurt, and she ends up using the special water to heal him instead. And Aang is like, because she was saving it for somebody important, right? And Aang is like the most important person in the show because he's meant to save the world from the Fire Nation. And so I really like resonated with that episode. And lately I've been resonating with Katara, even though like I kind of don't want to. Like, it's funny, the things that I know I most like are the things that I'm least, like, how to explain it, attracted to, I guess. So the one that I like, or that I'm attracted to, is Azula, but I know I'm nothing like her at all. Like, personality wise, like, she's very selfish. And I don't think I'm selfish at all. But I don't know why, I just like really like her character. But as far as which character am I like, I would say it's probably Katara. And it's funny too because I would say I'm a waterbender, but it's like not one of my favorite things that I could do. But that's not true. I do have a lot of fun doing it. But when I'm like in the ocean, I would say I'm communicating with the waves. I wouldn't say I'm controlling them. But we start moving together, I guess. I could do that with water, I could do that with air. It did pick up a little bit, and it got a little bit colder. I could do that with fire sometimes. I have to be in a certain mind state. Is that the right word? But mindset. Anyways. I think, I saw this last episode, and it's Aang and the air guru. He is meant to like train Aang, right? And he's training Aang in the light went off. Oh my gosh. Perfect timing. It was like right when I threw the joint too. Okay, where should I go though? I don't know where to put you. Should I put myself here? No, because there's like not good lighting. I'm sorry. Let me see. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. There you go. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, okay, so the air guru, excuse me, or the monk, he's trying to help Aang open all his chakras. And that was really helpful. I actually want to go back and rewatch that part. Hold on, my dog wants to come in. Okay. I want to go back and rewatch that part, but it just like it's reminding me that I need to be more mindful about that. And I realized I am blocked. I am pretty blocked, and I'm blocking myself, like, purposefully. And we'll see when I am ready to unblock myself. But when I did mushrooms for a whole week back in 2023, I saw a lot. My third eye was definitely open. I told God, or the universe, I was like, God, what did I say? I think I said open all of my chakras. I want to see what I'm made of. And this was before I've even ever watched Avatar. It's funny. But, yeah, so that was the purpose of that week of doing mushrooms. And yes, my chakras were definitely open. I was able to manipulate fire. I learned a lot of things at that time, but I was also very much afraid because everything was happening like too fast and I didn't fully understand what I was seeing and experiencing. And so, how do I explain this? Maybe all of my chakras were open, but so were, okay, I'm thinking of the best way to put this, but I really, really don't know how. This is like the first time I'm thinking about it. Okay. So what if there's like bad chakras? Oh my gosh, yeah, there are, like the 7 deadly sins, right? But in this case, so I was super afraid. I was feeling everything to the extreme. Everything. So much love, so much joy, so much anger, so much sadness, like it's like all at once. And I felt so powerful, but I felt like I was going to explode. And literally, like everywhere that I would sit, if I would sit on a piece of, like on a patch of grass, it would, like the next day I would, like, it would end up dying. And I don't know, there was just like other things that happened. I felt like I couldn't control myself. Like I felt like I was like radioactive if people were like near me and if my dogs were near me. My dog would start seizing sometimes, and I don't know if it was like the shrooms or if she was really seizing. Like there was so much, like I don't know if it was really happening or if it was just a fit, like in my head, you know. But yeah, so when my third eye is like open, it's just a lot to take in. But I think I'm in a place that I can handle it now. No. No, I don't think I am. So there's things I need to figure out, or not figure out, there's things I need to remember that I made myself forget. And I don't feel comfortable remembering until I have something or someone that can anchor me to the present. So like in reality, I feel like I'm the avatar. Like I'm the avatar and I need my Katara. Because like that's funny, so much is like making sense right now. So I'm afraid of my avatar form, basically. That's funny. And like I'm afraid to detach myself. I don't know why. I don't remember why. Anyways, so like, there's a very specific type of person that I need in my life, you know? And I don't want to say I need anything. And that's why, like, that's why, you know, everything else is just, like, so insignificant. That's, like, the best way I could put it. I don't know how to explain it. Everything. The universe doesn't want me to settle for something that isn't going to help me grow. It's so funny, like, I didn't realize I needed to, like, process all this. I didn't realize I needed to cry about this. Hey, baby. I realized also that, my dog, or my dogs, one is big, one is small, and it's like I have an Appa and a Momo from Avatar. They have similar personalities. Anyways, again, I don't know if anything is going to happen with this person, but I think I was meant to find them, and I think they were meant to help me grow. And now that I realize that somebody like that exists, you know, I really shouldn't settle for this other guy, right? As strongly as I might feel for him. And really, it's just care, and it's just like, he's a trigger for this, like, abandonment one, right? Like, it's not him. So if somebody like that can exist, then I want somebody like that. And just, like, that changed my life so much. That freed me. Life is so beautiful, man. That this stranger can impact me so much. That's how I want to feel with, or how do I say this? I want to impact you on that level, you know? I want to help you change your life. And right now, I don't know why God is telling me that this is the way I have to do it. And eventually He's gonna shift me, right? He's gonna, He's gonna say, enough, you did enough here, and tell me to do something else. But right now, me crying in front of the camera and being completely honest, being completely vulnerable, God is telling me that this is gonna help you change your life. And it's changing mine. Again, I feel free. I want to inspire you to live freely. But I guess I'm meant to inspire you to set yourself free from your own mind. The only way I could do that is by doing that for myself. And so I have to show you. I have to show you what that looks like. So we were meant to find each other. If you're seeing this, we were meant to find each other. We are all connected. So I guess we are all soulmates. I'm taking that as confirmation. Okay, I packed a bowl. Because I feel like I need to keep going. I feel like I'm channeling now. I feel like that's another thing that was on my mind. We are always channeling. Always. We are always connected. We never lose that connection. You're just choosing to believe the illusion that you are disconnected from the divine. We are all soulmates. You know, as much as I love people, I don't have the capacity to be there for everyone that I care about. And I try my best. But I don't. And I feel like doing these videos, like this is the only way that I could be there for people, because I care about every single one of you, every single person that's watching these videos. I care about you so much. And I wish I could be there more for you, but I can't. But this is the best that I can do. And that's what I love about social media. Like, it really connects us all together. At the click of a button, that's crazy. That's beautiful. Hey. Look, it looks... Ooh, that... On camera it looks like a half moon instead of a crescent. Excuse me. Anything else looking? I heard fear is the illusion. I'm remembering last spring break, and I did LSD for the second time, and I had a very interesting trip. I was being shown so much about how the universe worked. I looked up at the sky and I saw the grid. I saw lines that, like every point that there was a star. Hold on, I feel like it's important for me to tell this story well, but... Okay, so every point that there was a star, there would be a line that would be going this way, and then a line that would be going that way, right? So it would make it would intersect. And yeah, so all across the sky, there was those lines. Sometimes the waves would be moving really, really, really fast, and then other times the waves would be moving really, really, really slow. And then light grows. Because we would be walking, and we would come to this point where if we kept walking, it would be complete darkness. And there was this point where they kind of mixed, right? Like the light was dimmer, and we would stand there and wait until more light would spread, and then we would be able to keep walking. And we were able to do that for a while. We were on the beach. And something else I would notice is that we would be... So on the beach, you could only go left or right. you know, those are the only two directions you could look. And we would be walking and see nobody in front of us, nobody behind us, but then people would just show up. They would just spawn. Excuse me. Wait, hold on. I need to make sure I actually get some breaths of real air. But yeah, people would just spawn. And there was a concert happening, and my friend was drawn to the concert's music. And I was like, his name, or people call him King. And I was like, King, why are you going over there? He's like, I don't know, I just feel like I have to go this way. And it was where you can hear all the 808s from the concert. It was like he was in a trance. And at a certain point I realized we were just like looking at a wall like of nothing, and I turned around and there was all these people on the beach, and before it was just us. So I started walking, and then everybody else started walking too. That was like a huge moment actually for me. And we keep walking and we're trying to get back to the car. So I want to emphasize, while we were on the beach, we were waiting for our friends that were at a concert. And they were at the concert, right, that they were drawn to, right? It was by the beach. But we didn't have the money to go see the concert. I'm glad. I didn't even want to. And and so we're trying to get back to the car because the concert's almost gonna end. And I want to emphasize that while we're trying, you know, like this whole time that we're waiting for our friends, we were like on our own like journey. Like the universe was like trying to teach each of us something. 3 of us took LSD. The universe was trying to teach each of us something, and each of us had a portal. This is what I wanted to emphasize. That each of us had a portal. For me, it was the parking lot, and it started when we were trying to find a parking space, and nobody was like making any decisions. And it was all guys. I was the only girl, and nobody was making any decisions. And I was like, okay, like let's just park over here. And so we end up getting down, right? And then when we're trying to get onto the beach, our friend needs to go to the restroom. And there's a porta potty right there, but he didn't want to use it because it looked too dirty, like it was too dirty. And so we kept walking, and so the whole time we were on the beach, we were trying to find porta potties for our friend also. Okay, so then we keep walking. We end up finding some porta potties that are, were they cleaner or were they the same? I think they might have been the same. And okay, so we keep walking, and we have this whole experience. We're trying to leave the beach now. We get to this bridge, and King, he just could not get past this bridge. That, like, it's like we were underneath it, and it was like over us, but he was like mesmerized by like the pillars, and we were telling him he had to go through the portal because it looked like a portal, and he just like couldn't let himself for some reason, and we couldn't leave the bridge until King did it. So eventually King does it, and then we're walking back to find the car, and I realized that I'm the one that's leading, but I'm tripping on LSD. So I keep forgetting what we're even doing. And so the 2 people that were supposed to be like sober and like leading us, they weren't. I was. And so finally we get to the parking lot, and by the time we get there, I have this realization, because I feel so close to these guys all of a sudden. And not in that way. I feel like I felt so much love for them, like unconditional love. It was very strange because I barely knew these people. But I really cared about them in that moment. And I realized like God put us all together there for a reason. And so when we got to the parking lot, I had this huge realization that like not the universe, sorry, like we are being kept separate. Like there are, I don't even want to call them powers, because they're not, I don't want to give them power. There's people with advantage who are trying to separate us from each other, separate us from our communities, separate us from connecting with each other. And I feel like, you know, they do that a lot with technology and entertainment. Excuse me. And I was on that parking lot, and people were already getting out of the concert. So suddenly a whole bunch of people started walking by, and I started screaming. I started yelling, or I don't want to say screaming, but I was yelling. I was like, you have to love each other. You feel so alone. Like, there's people around you. Love them. Like, they are there for a reason. Like, I don't even remember everything I was saying, but I was just saying everything that the universe was showing me in that moment. And, like, there was some people that were laughing at me. There was some people that were... There's some people laughing at me. There was some people that came to check up on me and make sure I was doing okay. My friend told them that what did you say? I just did LSD, or I just did a lot of drugs, something like that. And then there was some people that were like nodding, like as they were walking, but I just knew, like, I could see and feel the ones that understood what I was saying, the ones that needed to hear what I was saying. And I realized this is my purpose. And it suddenly weighed so much on me, because I realized that there are people that are gonna laugh at me. There are people that are gonna judge me. But there are people that are gonna get it. And those are the people that I need to reach. And this is, like, they are the reason that I'm making these, you know? You are the reason that I'm making these. I don't know why God is bringing us together, but I know that we are all meant to be teachers to each other. So you're meant to be watching my videos for a reason, and I hope you allow it to transform you, and I hope you free yourself. I hope you let yourself feel what you need to feel and say what you need to say more than anything. I think I'm done holding back. No, I don't think it. I am done holding back. So, yeah, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you for watching. I feel like I've dragged this on for a while now, but I love you. And, again, for yourself. And love on the people that surround you, the people that you see every day. Show them that you appreciate them, because they might not feel it, even though you do. But yeah, okay, I love you. The universe loves you. Love yourself.